The Knicks fans is disrespectful. Joel Embiid, gotta go. Is this LeBron's last year? My guy, Stephon Diggs, he got away. We're going to talk about that today on a Real Hooper Show. Welcome to Score Society, and I'm your guy, Sean Suge Amos. I'm with my guy, E.
Yo, what's good, bro?
Ain't nothing, man. Ain't nothing good, bro. It's nothing good right now. My Sixers got swept. The Sixers get swept by the Knicks. And then not only did they sweep them, they fans just so disrespectful. They fans come in, they throwing cheesesteaks everywhere. The reporters are trying to do their job. They're just trying to do their job. And they swarmed the broadcast. I mean, look, I got a lot of friends from New York, right? But y'all gotta relax. Y'all know Philly, we different. You know, and I got respect for y'all. Y'all swept us. Y'all swept us. We'll be back. We'll definitely be back. But at the end of the day, let's keep it respectful. And for all you guys who don't know the dynamics of Philly versus New York, if you care, Philly is one city. It's one city. It's a relatively nice size city. I'm not gonna say a big city because I live in Los Angeles, but I'm from Philly and I know what a big city look like living in Los Angeles. But New York is bigger. It's like the Los Angeles of the East Coast. You have 5 different boroughs. You have I believe it's 5, right? Harlem, Bronx, Brooklyn.
Manhattan.
That's part of, man. I feel like Manhattan was part of the Harlem. It's Brooklyn, Bronx, Harlem / Manhattan, and Queens. So I'll say I think that is right, or I think it's in Long Island.
Manhattan.
It's Staten Island. Staten Island is where
Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, and Staten Island.
Yeah, so it's a big city, and they took over. They did what they were supposed to do, but nonetheless, the Knicks played well. I like what the Knicks did, man. I've been saying this entire time. The Knicks play their best when Jalen Brunson is not looking for his the entire time. Like, for instance, right? Game 1, they won by 39 points. Game 1, they won by 39 points. Jalen Brunson had 35 points, but he had 35 points on 18 shots. 35 points on 18 shots, and the team had 34 assists. Game 4, they won by 30 points. Won by 30 points, Jalen Brunson scores 22 points on 17 shots, and the team had 33 assists. Game 2, the team had 25 assists. They still win, but they don't win by a margin of 30 points. Game 3, same thing. They still win. Game 3, they still win, but they only had 23 assists at that point. So when I see, not 23 assists, 25 assists. So when I look at the Knicks, they're a really good team. They're a strong team. They have all the pieces. They have all the pieces that you need to win a championship. When everyone is getting rewarded with the basketball, everyone doesn't feel like the basketball is a hot potato where they gotta, if I don't shoot this ball, I won't get it back because Jalen Brunson is trying to score his, then they flow. It's extra passing, it's movement without the basketball. And every real hooper knows this. Every real hooper knows this. When you have a player on your team who dribbles the basketball, has the basketball a lot, and you don't know when he's going to pass it, it stops the movement. Guys get tired of cutting. Guys get tired of rebounding. Guys get tired of running the floor. I mean, but like I said, they got away with it in this series because they swept them. They swept the Sixers. And in addition to sweeping them, they did it with a different type of broom. They ain't do it with the broom that you sweep. They ain't do it with the broom you sweep the kitchen with. They did it with the one you sweep the gym floor with. But here's my thing with the Sixers, right? The Sixers, we got to get rid of Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid is a great player. Where he used to be, I mean, he's a great player. He's still a great player. I know he had a big game for the Celtics. I mean, when he played against the Celtics in that Game 7. But, I mean, listen, man. Listen. The Sixers fans is booing him. Sixers fans is booing him. It's like, yo, man, get him out of here. You're not good. Get him out of here. And I think he slows up the progress. I think Joel slows up the progress because you now have a VJ Edgecombe who's really good. You know Tyrese Maxey can get you 30 a game. But if we got to wait for you to get up the court, we got to play through you, or you got to miss games. You got to miss games, and then we're flowing, we're balling. Then you come back in, now we got to go through you. And it's a hit or miss, right? Like, I think he's a guy that is a great weapon for your team. Like, he doesn't need to be the main guy. And some nights he might get you 30. Some nights he might get you 17. But just having a solid presence down low means everything. Just being able to clog up the paint at this point of your career. That's all Shaq did when he was with the Miami Heat. He just clogged up the paint. But you're trying to run your offense through a 7-footer who was the MVP a few years back, but he got bad wheels. He got bad wheels, and it's not going to get any better. I mean, I believe they're paying this guy close to $60 million a year. They can't do nothing with that contract. They can't do anything with that contract. They had, like, who's going to trade for him? So I like Joel, but it creates confusion. We got to move on from it. In addition to that, the Sixers culture need to be better. I'm watching the huddle, and Nick Nurse is screaming. Let's work with each other. Good attitudes, and you're seeing it the entire series. I did a breakdown of this on Instagram where the guys are arguing with each other after every mistake. They miss a rotation. They arguing with each other. And you can tell in their body language they just wasn't having fun. And that's what happens when you have a bunch of ISO players. When you have a bunch of ISO players who are used to ISO-ing the basketball, what they do is get upset when things don't work out. When things don't work their way, they just get upset. And they stop playing hard. They stop playing defense. Well, ISO players, every real hooper know this. You know this, E. When you playing basketball and you ain't get the ball a few times up and down the court, you ain't playing defense hard. You ain't going hard until you score your point.
Yeah.
When you score that layup, hey, get back, get back. You know it. Get back in, come on, lock in. Like, but other than that, the first 3 times you like, damn, all right, let me see when I get on the fast break.
Yeah.
You feel me?
No, I feel you, bro.
And that's just the ISO player mentality. Every real hooper know that. So when you look at the Sixers, that's what you're looking at. Then you go look at the games. Like Maxey had 17 points in Game 4 and Game 3. That's not his game, bro. I'm just looking at the stats. I mean, you look at the stats right now, and I'm looking at Maxey, and Maxey had 17 points the last 2 games, and his best game point-wise was 26 points, but he's had 6 turnovers. He had 6 turnovers, and he shot 16% from 3 that game. That's not his game. And that's because they're forcing it and rushing it when you watch some of these games. But man, shout out to the Knicks. Shout out to the Knicks for doing what they need to do. This is my last thing on this. I like the Knicks going to the conference finals again. I actually want to see the Knicks win. I didn't want to see them be the Sixers. Obviously, I want the Sixers to win. But if the Sixers can't win, I want to see the Knicks go to the championship. I remember when the Knicks was in the championship, 1999, 2000 season, I believe. And they was playing against the Spurs in that lockout season. I was rooting for Latrell Sprewell, Larry Johnson, Patrick Ewing, especially Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing was about to get his finally about to get that championship because Patrick Ewing was hyped up a lot in the 90s. He's one of our greater big men in the 90s. And then who else was over there? I believe it was Charlie Ward, Allen Houston. H2O. Come on, man. I was with it. I was hoping they win. So if they make it to the championship, I'm trying to think. I do have the Spurs winning, but you know what, man? I take the underdogs. If the underdogs win, we're gonna take it. Moving on, man. So the Spurs, man. The Spurs lost. What's this? Game 4 for them.
Game 4.
Game 4. They lost Game 4. Listen, Embiid, after scoring 39 points in game 3, he gets ejected. 4 points, four at in the first. Was that the first quarter? He got ejected.
First quarter, second quarter.
First quarter, second quarter. He only had 4 points. Here's my thing. It wasn't a bad call. I don't think he needed to be ejected though. He was getting fouled. Before the elbow. He did elbow him. But you know what? As a coach, as a fan, I'm not mad at that. It shows toughness. It shows grit. And then one of the things I did like about the way he exited the court, he was clapping for his team. He was shaking everyone's hands. He didn't just walk out. He didn't just walk out and be like, man, I'm out, man. This some BS. Like, he didn't even understand what happened.
Yeah.
They was like, it was just upgraded to a flagrant 2. He pulled
Harrison Barnes.
So what they talking about now? I'm ejected. Oh, I bet. It's all good. But you know, they do what they do. Wemby, he'll be back the next game, but I like his sportsmanship. I like his toughness, but it hurt him. I mean, the Timberwolves went on to score 58 points in the paint after that. 58 points in the paint. In game 1, they scored 52 points in the paint. So anytime the Timberwolves can score 50-something points in the paint, they got a good chance of winning. Because in game 2 and game 3, the Spurs only allowed 36 points in game 2. In game 3, 38 points in the paint. So when the Spurs shut it down at paint, it's over for the Wolves. It's over for the Wolves, man. I'm just looking at the stats right now for this game. Here's what hurt the Spurs. Here's what hurt the Spurs when it comes to game 4. Game 4, they just shot the ball bad. They were 6 for 26. 6 for 26, 23% from 3. That's what cooked them. And obviously, like I said before, just the points in the paint, man, you need Wemby. I mean, what is this team? That's one thing I will say about the Spurs. What is this team without Wemby? Because we know what OKC is without SGA.
Yeah.
We know they had to play without SGA for a little bit. And when SGA not there, they're still a well-oiled machine. When Wemby's not there, who steps up? And listen, it's not easy. You can't replace 7'5".
Isn't that what you paid De'Aaron Fox for? For him to, you can't replace Wemby, but you know what I'm saying? For him to step up.
You pay him, yes, to run a team, but he can't stop the points in the paint.
Oh yeah,
can't stop the points in the paint. That's where they lost at. That's what ultimately where these guys lost at. And then going to the Timberwolves. I think the Timberwolves can win this series if they stay relentless. And that's what they did last night. They stayed relentless. Anthony Edwards scores 36 points. He was on constant attack. And so was everyone else. They had 6 guys. I believe it was 6 guys. Yeah, 6 guys who scored double digits in points. 6 guys scored double digits in points. Like I said, Anthony Edwards scored 36 points. You even had Naz Reid come off the bench with 15 points. And they all shot the ball relatively decent. The percentage was 37%. I think that's terrible. That's not that good for a team. I like for a team where from 3, I know this don't sound like much, but I would like to see 40 to 42% from 3. Mm-hmm. But they shot quality shots, and they took it home. I'm not mad at that. Man. Let's talk about that Cleveland game, bro. You used to get a chance to watch the Cleveland game?
Nah, I've been tuning into the series, bro. I can't lie to you, bro.
Yeah, bro. So you got James Harden. Who is, he always getting cooked, man. He's always getting cooked in the media, right? And he stepped up big. He hit a big shot. But here's my thing with James Harden. I always said this. His name is going to be heavier than his contribution. That's my thing with James Harden. His name is just going to be heavier than his contribution because he was a player who was MVP scores 36 points a game, you're always going to hope for a glimpse of that. And you're not going to get it in years 16, 17.
You think that's done?
I think it's done. Of course it's done. It's fine. Listen, bro, like, it's anyone. I don't care how good you think you are. When you 37, at least 36, 37 years old, you're not the fastest guy on the court anymore. The moves, when you broke it out to us, the triple step back, that was foreign to everyone. Nobody knew how to guard that. But now that's been what? Almost 10 years ago? 10 years ago? We figured it out. These now are contested shots now. The speed you once had, these guys are young. These guys are young. You're not gonna beat them off the dribble like you used to beat guys off the dribble. And I think he's just a defensive liability. I think he's a defensive liability. I believe they should start treating it like they treat Steph Curry. Find ways, find places to put him, and then in crucial games, you got to take him out on defense. Because they're going at him every single time. They're going at him every single time. And you got Donovan Mitchell. He's scoring. He's doing great. Donovan Mitchell, he had 35 last game, I believe.
Yeah, 35 points last game.
Yeah, he had 35 points last game, 10 rebounds. I like Donovan Mitchell credentials when it comes to this. But I still don't trust him. I still don't trust Donovan Mitchell, man. I'm waiting to the end. But I still believe if you can move James Harden in certain spots, right? You can move James Harden in certain spots. Donovan Mitchell brings the turnovers. He didn't have a lot of turnovers last game. I believe he had 3 turnovers last game. Right? I'm double checking right now. He didn't have a lot of turnovers last game. He had 3 turnovers, 10 rebounds, 35 points. The game before, 31 points. I know he had a crazy turnover. If you could keep his turnovers down and keep quality shots and he's hitting, I think he can. I think they can get a Game 7 out of this. Game 7 be up a grab. And they play well at home. The referees on their side. The Detroit Pistons had the most fouls out of the whole series. In this series, they had 25 fouls. That's what kept them in. That's what kept them in the last game, or the Cavs. That's how the Cavs won the last game. In addition to that, I'm up here looking at this. Looking at the stats here. But in addition to that, right? In addition to having 25 fouls, they didn't shoot it too much better than the Pistons. But free throws, they was beat there. But I'm saying the turnovers and the points in the paint took this game away from them. Took this game from them. So I'm looking forward to tonight's game. Tonight's game, you got Detroit Pistons and the Cavaliers Game 4. Right? Moving on.
Who you got winning that game? Cavs and Detroit Game 4.
Good question.
I got Cavs. I think they.
I think they win.
Yeah.
I think they win this game. It's a home game. I believe they win it in Detroit as a game. I think it's a Game 7 series. I don't think they beat. I think Detroit are bullies, right? Detroit are bullies, and they're bullies, and I believe they can actually bully their way past it. But the Cavs gonna fight. Mm-hmm. But again, the Cavs, the coaching staff, they gotta have some balls. They gotta say, look, man, James, we gotta sit you down. It's a tight game. You're getting crushed all game. We gotta sit you down. Before we go any further, make sure y'all support the brand, man. Make sure y'all get some merch. Go to our merch page. Go to our merch site, goalsactivewear.com, and the entire store. You can get 15% off when you use code RealHoopers at checkout. Use code RealHoopers at checkout. Get 15% off. We appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. If, in addition to that, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. We want to keep boosting the channel. Let's talk about OKC, man. Let's talk about OKC. You an OKC fan. You're an OKC fan. Now, Jason Williams said this. This is Jason Williams, ESPN analyst, former Duke legend. He said this. Jason Williams says people do not like the OKC because they foul beating. They're a great team, but they foul beat. Do you feel that way?
To be honest with you, I think it's an interesting narrative because now I feel like ever since that's put in the air, I'm now watching the game, OKC games, to see if it does happen, and it does. You know what I'm saying? They do be grifting their ways into the free throw line, but at the same time, it do be fouls though. Like they do a good job of like, yo, you getting you off the ground, it's a foul. I'm going to the line, stay on your feet. You know what I'm saying?
I agree to a certain extent, right? But I was a little skeptical about it. Like, is that the reason why people don't really like watching them play?
Yeah.
I think that's part of it. Now, I had to check, though. I went to the comments. I wanted to see what people were saying. And one thing that stands out is OKC. It's Oklahoma. Nobody likes Oklahoma, right? Like, it's hard to root for Oklahoma. It's hard for people to say, oh, yeah, I've been an Oklahoma fan. If you don't live in Oklahoma. It's easier for people to say, I've been a Lakers fan. I've been a Knicks fan. I've been this person's fan because my dad lived there. My dad, like, people don't say that about Oklahoma. But I'm gonna go a little further. OKC is a great team, but they don't scream championship identity. They don't scream championship identity. Like let's be real. The finger painting, people don't. No, like, bro. Like, listen, I'm just being real. They can be who they want. I understand the individuality. The dressing. It doesn't, listen. Because you got to think about the last five champions, right?
Yeah.
Last year was OKC. The year before that, it was the Celtics.
The year before that was Boston.
It was Boston. Boston is a traditional city that wins championships, basketball and football, right? Mm-hmm. The year before that, the Denver Nuggets. Am I right?
Yep.
Denver Nuggets, again, a very traditional city. I lived in Denver, lived in Colorado. Very wholesome place. The makeup of it is Jokic and Jamal Murray, good guys, nice clean cut guys in some ways anyway. But then the year before that, the Warriors.
Yep. Right?
Culture, the identity of champions. Okay. The year before that, the Bucks?
Bucks, yep.
Same thing. You got Giannis, the attitude of a champion. Then the year before that, the Lakers. Right? We've seen LeBron win championships. We've seen all those guys throughout the years. All the people with Rondo. These are championship guys. This is the new breed of champions. They gonna cook you with their nails painted. Jared McCain is gonna give you 4 threes and he got black nail polish on.
Yeah.
People don't want to admit that. And that's what's going on. If you don't like watching OKC, yes, it could be made every time they stop. It's like they got something to say with the ref every time down. That gets boring, that gets tiresome. Right? But if it was the Lakers, if the Lakers was winning right now, we felt like the Lakers was the number 1 contending team for the championship this year, and Luka was fouled, talking to the refs, it wouldn't feel so bad. It wouldn't feel so bad.
No, it wouldn't, bro.
It wouldn't, because it would be the Lakers. If Jalen Brunson get to talking to the refs and the Knicks win a championship, it wouldn't feel so bad. It wouldn't feel so bad. But because these guys are not your identity of champions, they're going, I'm just being honest. Because people don't want to admit this. Like, people don't really want to admit this. And it got nothing to do with my dislike. I don't care what they do with their nails. I don't care what they do with their clothes. I'm just letting you know that the fans, the world, how we see it, it doesn't say Kobe Bryant. It doesn't say Michael Jordan. It doesn't say Hakeem Olajuwon. It doesn't say that. They don't identify with the champions of tradition. You go to any sport, Peyton Man, anybody you wanted to talk about, they didn't paint their nails. They didn't wear crop tops. They didn't do none of that stuff. So yes, we got to respect. But here's the thing, right? we got to respect greatness. We got to respect greatness. So we're going to say, yo, yeah. The OKC, they going to win it. They nice. They a good team. We got to respect greatness. We can't deny that part. Okay? But the other part of it is this, right? When you get into the foul baiting, it's like, yo, y'all don't have to do that because y'all great. Y'all a good team. It's almost like how the people of America feel when they find out a rich person don't pay taxes. You don't have to do that. Like, you got money. like you don't have, like, when they find out, it's like, yo, it's an insult. Same thing with OKC. Like, y'all a good team. You don't have to, every time you come up the court, find a foul. Like, you don't have to play like that. You're a good team. Y'all got enough good players. And that's what OKC, that's why if fans do not like watching OKC play, in a nutshell, that's what it is. That's what it is. Now, this might be the last game for LeBron. Maybe. Might be the last game for him as a Laker. Maybe. Or they could get a gentleman's sweep. Maybe they get one in there. Two if we lucky. Right? Now, if the Lakers lose, though, should LeBron retire?
If the Lakers get swept, or if the Lakers lose the series, should LeBron retire?
Swept? I mean, yeah, they lose the series.
Nah, I think he's going to come back one more year.
I think he should come back one more year. But I think just to be a farewell tour, bro.
Nah, I'm not saying farewell tour, bro.
You want more years?
Yeah, bro. Let's move LeBron to the bench. Have him come off the bench.
No,
someone
bro.
Take his starting position.
Bro. That's going to hurt the legacy.
How's it going to hurt the legacy?
Man, nah, bro. I don't like it.
You don't like LeBron come off the bench, but you see LeBron's legit dropping 25, 30 points.
Listen, and I think that's what you should leave it. Here's the difference between your Jordan, your Kobe, and LeBron. I think Jordan legacy would have been way crazier. Like it's still crazy, but just imagine if Jordan left and we never heard from him again outside of these interviews if he never died in the Wizards jersey.
Yeah.
Do you know how crazy that his like? Listen, bro. Like when he put a Wizards jersey on, he just showed us he was human. That's all he did when he put a Wizards jersey on. But before then, we just looked at him like, yo, oh my gosh.
But it's because he left at his like peak. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. All right, then you go Kobe. Kobe's the ultimate competitor. Kobe played for 20 years. This last 4 or 5 years, we didn't think he would make a championship. We not even close, right? But the fact that he was playing and hooping, we haven't seen that 81 Kobe in so many years. His last game, he dropped 60. Talk on a mic, thank all the people who came, and then say Mamba out. Legendary.
But there's an argument that LeBron's doing it better than.
There is always going to be an argument. There's always going to be an argument. But here's the thing. LeBron is such a good player. His expectations are always high. And people don't know when to bring him down. People don't know when to bring him down. LeBron is so good, bro, that people still like looking at his flaws right now at 41. Not enjoying the last days. When I don't know what Kobe Bryant, his bad games, his last year playing in the NBA. I don't know those bad games, bro. I have no clue. I wasn't looking for them. I wasn't checking for those games. You feel me? So, but now LeBron, he's in a mass media era where people are sharing and fight. Like people make money on these platforms to talk crazy about LeBron. Like the Lakers beat the Rockets first round of this playoffs. There were TikTok arguments and TikTok debates, YouTube debates, about Marcus Smart's contribution over LeBron James. Like he wasn't having that. Like when Kobe was leaving, everybody respected it. Every arena was packed because last time we're gonna see Kobe. Last time we're gonna see Kobe. So I think when it comes to LeBron, that's what's if anything, as y'all already know, I'm a LeBron fan, but if anything, it hurts him playing longer and longer because people see more and more flaws. Because the flaw is going to increase because it's inevitable. You're not the fastest guy on the court no more. Your strength was being the fastest guy on the court. Your shot is going to go down because people won't be able to contest it more, right? It's just inevitable. And then now people are ranking you based off your team's success. If you got a guy like DeAndre Ayton who's getting cooked by Harkison and he can't grab a rebound, and JJ Redick like, yo, I can't play him. They not going to remember that 4 years from now in any barbershop debate. They're going to say it was LeBron's fault. He was losing his whole time. He lost second round. He lost second round again. He got swept by the the OKC Thunder. So I think that's what hurts him playing longer. But they play tonight. OKC and Thunder play tonight. OKC and the Lakers play tonight. And I say this. OKC rolling, bro.
You think OKC sweeps the Lakers?
Yeah, I think they sweep. I mean, it's good to see that the Lakers staying in there for most of the game, like down 10, down 11.
That's what I'm saying.
It's they could sneak one in to make it fun.
Yeah.
But like I said, bro, he a great player, not God. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Make sure y'all lock in. Make sure y'all follow us. Let us know what you think of the games. The Wizards gets the first pick. The Wizards going to have the first pick this year. They had John Wall come out, represent the Wizards organization, which I think was very classy of them, considering John Wall was their last number one pick back in 2010. His career was great. I believe he's still the all-time leader in steals and assists for the Washington Wizards. They had the number one pick before that was in 2001. Kwame Brown, we saw how that panned out. Kwame, listen, bro, me and you can have a debate anytime. I'm about to get out of the debate scene, but I'm waiting for you. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kwame Brown, probably arguably the biggest bust that we've seen. We're talking about coming from high school. And it's not about necessarily not playing well when you come in the league. It's more so about at least play well somewhere, right? But not to stay on Kwame so much, you do have AJ DeBanza, who is most likely be your number one pick, unless what's his name, Aaron Peterson, do something crazy in the draft workouts. But AJ DeBanza looks like he's going to be a number one pick. I still think they need more. I mean, they got Trae Young, AJ, but they need more. I mean, they also got what's my boy name? Anthony Davis. They got Anthony Davis. They're gonna need a bench. Some strong players off the bench. They got Sarr.
Alex Sarr.
Yeah, so they have a decent unit. I think they have a decent unit for the Eastern Conference. But listen, bro, AJ DeBanza, he's a rookie. I say he do the same thing Cooper Flagg did this year. They might make the playoffs because they're in the Eastern Conference. Maybe a play-in because you do have a trade. And this is if Trae Young and Anthony Davis is healthy. Sure. This is that if they healthy.
Yo, Iceman's gonna be healthy, bro.
Listen, bro. Hopefully, I don't wish injuries on no one, man. I tore my ACL a few years back. It is not fun. So hopefully, but here's one thing that I'm more concerned about: the culture shock. This ain't Utah, brother. DC and Utah is two different type of ball games. The women ain't the same, brother. Utah, been to Utah a few times. They like you just because of who you are. DC, they gonna like you because of who you are. But you gotta watch and be careful. Gotta be careful. So DC ain't the same. And I'm considering if he goes there, right? Like say he's not the number one pick, but most likely be number one pick. But I'm looking forward to seeing what he does. Draymond Green and Austin Rivers gets into it, man. They gets into it. Here's the thing, right? Draymond Green is saying Austin Rivers got the biggest bailout. Austin Rivers is saying Draymond Green is the most fortunate person that ever played in the NBA. I say they both saying the same thing, just in different words. I don't know too much about the background of Austin Rivers when it comes to his dad getting him the money or whatever the case may be. Obviously, was he $42 million a year? Was that $42 million a year for him? I don't know if that was $42 million.
It was a $42 million contract.
Okay.
I'm not too sure.
All right. But I watched Austin Rivers from mixtape Austin Rivers to Duke. He was nice. He's a great player. I'm also not against, like, we all working hard. And if you got kids, I assume, at least hope, you're working hard for them. So they don't have to work as hard as you're working right now. Or at least have to go through the path that you had to go through. So if Doc Rivers is a coach in the NBA, he just want to help Austin Rivers stay in the NBA, he did what he's supposed to do. So I don't know how that's a knock. Draymond, what he does is not easy. But at the same time, it's still a humble position. You're not Steph Curry, bro. You wasn't Clay. You wasn't Kevin Durant. You was a great player. He's a great player, but to be boasting and bragging like, oh man, you know shit, you know my career. No, bro, listen, let's be clear, bro. If you played with the Wizards, you wouldn't be a Hall of Famer, bro. Like you would be a hard worker. You'd be a player who worked hard and plays hard. You'll be a fan favorite. You'll be a fan favorite. The dude, he diving in the stands, knocking down drinks and hot dogs. You'll be that. But a champion, and this is what I'm saying, and this is why I get, not to say irritated, but a little annoyed sometimes when I hear like people try to make championships as a one-person thing, a one-person accomplishment. It's a team thing. Draymond Green is a very good player, but he's popular and well-known, and all these opportunities came from him actually being on a championship team. He was the fourth option, and they never got to the fourth option. It didn't get past Steph. And if it got past Steph, it went to KD. If it got past KD, we got Clay. And if it got past Clay, it was a terrible team that night, and we got Draymond. And I'm not taking, like, again, I can never take nothing away from NBA players at all because I wasn't even close to making it. But what I am saying is that there is a life lesson in this, right? The guy who stomped the person on the ground at the end of the fight shouldn't be yelling the loudest, right? Like, there is a humble in this. Yes, be grateful. Yes. But to pop off every single time, like this is like the second beef this year within the last 12 months, I mean.
Yep.
Kenya Martin, you know what? You didn't do what I did.
Yeah.
Bro, let's slow down. Like, we rock with you. We love you. But we all know, like, bro, if you go to the Bobcats, Charlotte Hornet, you go to any of these teams, bro, we all got to question if you're in the league for 10 years. We got to question it. But another guy we talk about, right? Now, Skip Bayless is back on First Take. And he says something on First Take where he says LeBron is ninth on this list, number 9 on this list, right? And I'm sitting there and watching and I'm listening. And it made me realize, like, you know what? I don't want to even, like, I said this before, but I think I'm like, Jay-Z did, like, yo, I'm retiring from debate and come back. Like, you know how Jay-Z retired the Black Album, we came back. And I'm like, I think I should retire because it's starting to get ignorant. starting to get disrespectful. Like, I don't mind guys saying, yo, Jordan was better than LeBron. I don't mind that. I think there's an argument to be had. I think the stories are different. And I think it's a preference that people are really arguing, not necessarily a skill set, not necessarily a player thing, more about who you identify with. And I think that's a circling argument, right? But when you start to say, like, I've seen 9 players better than him.
It's crazy.
It's just crazy. And this goes back to the whole, like, using team accomplishments to say, okay, this is the makeup of the entire player. Like, a team accomplishment, like winning a championship, is a team accomplishment. There's no telling who hit the big shot in some of these games. I watched Derek Fisher hit some big shots for the Lakers. We watched Robert Horry hit big shots for every team he played with. If that shot is not made, a lot of people don't win. A Ray Allen hits a shot for the Heat. Maybe that series is not won at that point. There's a Kawhi Leonard doesn't step up big. Maybe they don't win a championship. A Tony Parker, maybe they Iguodala, Finals MVP. Maybe the Warriors don't win, but who cares about the maybe? It was a team effort. But the fact that you get on a major platform and say he's the 9th, and then you start naming players who couldn't dribble, who couldn't do the things he's doing for the time he's doing, is insane. And what it's doing is just is more of a rage bait. It's not genuine. It's disingenuous. It's disingenuous. And when we start ranking players off their team losing, I didn't hear none of this. I didn't hear when the Lakers lost to the Pistons. I didn't hear Kobe lost. Lakers lost to the Celtics. I didn't hear Kobe lost. When Jordan was developing his team to be a championship team, when I was young, I didn't hear about him losing to the Celtics. These are arguments that's brought up now because it's arguments to take away from the LeBron debate or the argument of LeBron. That's all this really is about. I didn't hear none of this stuff until people started saying LeBron is the GOAT. Once they said LeBron's the GOAT, that's when your finals record mattered. I've never heard nothing like that growing up. I've never sat in a barbershop and getting my hair cut, listen to the old heads talk, and they saying, well, what about when Kareem lost in the finals?
Yeah.
I never heard nothing like that. Everything was about, they won. That was it. Everyone understood 2 championship team or a championship team is going to take some L's to learn how to win. Everyone understood that stuff. So when I sit here and I see a guy like Skip Bayless say, LeBron's number 9, it just becomes disingenuous. It becomes disingenuous. And it becomes a thing where you literally are ignoring everything, right? Like, you are ignoring the evolution of a player like LeBron, right? When we watched Magic Johnson come in, Magic Johnson, we thought we'll never see something like that. Before he came in, like a 6'9" point guard, and he's a real point guard. Like, he's distributing the basketball. Like, he's coming in as a rookie and helping them win a championship. We thought we'd never see it again. They tried it again. Oh, yeah, Penny Hardaway, he's going to be your next Magic Johnson. Unfortunately for him, he ran into some injuries. But in that process of finding the next Magic Johnson, you found Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, we never see nobody move that fast, had that much style, flair, athletic ability, skill set over time. We never seen nothing like that, right? And we try to find it again. Who's this kid Kobe? Who's this kid Kobe? Man, let's make him all-star. He didn't start him, but let's make him all-star. He wants to be the next Michael Jordan. Look at his attitude. He said he's going to be better than Michael. We're trying to find it, and then you find a LeBron James. I'm about Magic height, but I'm faster than Magic. I can pass like Magic. I can score the basketball too, though. I can do what both of those guys did. Then you say, what about the team? The team success. Well, It's a team thing. It's a team thing. It's the greatest, it's the player. Greatest of all time as a player. The player. Like the idea of, oh, this team, like if the team loses, one person loses. That didn't come until LeBron. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. So when I sit there and I watch guys like that, man, it's just like, it's almost like I don't even want to do the debate thing, because the debate thing, only thing we're doing is just constantly discrediting guys to fit an argument, to fit an argument that keeps LeBron out of the mix. Number 9, really? Last thing, man, we gonna wrap it up after this. Stephon Diggs get away, man. Stephon Diggs, man, he had a chef who accused him of hitting her, right?
That's crazy, bro.
And she gets on a stand, and you could just tell she wasn't prepared. She didn't prepare her lie good. She didn't have good lawyers to kind of prep her. Not to say it's okay, because it's not. I don't think that's okay. I think women like that should be prosecuted themselves. I think because here's the thing. I don't know what Stephon Diggs do. I don't even watch football, to be honest with you, so I'm not vouching for him at all. He could be a terrible person behind closed doors for all I know. But we're going to assume he is. He's a good person, because we haven't seen anything outside of maybe things that's not accepted in society, right? Like having multiple baby moms at the same time, and, having kids at the same time, or whatever. But that's neither here or there. This guy lost a lot of money, though. He loses sponsorships like this. And now a negative eye is on him. Now we watching everything. And there are women and there are people who have been through abuse who believe this woman, who want this woman to tell the truth, because they believe she is speaking for them. And if he is an abuser, they want to see him go down. They want to see him lose. So now you get a woman who lies, and she lies, he lose money and also fans and credibility. He's not on an NFL team right now. It's going to be hard to put the accused woman beater on a team for the NFL. It's going to be hard to put the accused woman beater on a team who has multiple women, baby moms, because it all aligns. Some of the people who was on the stand, and most of the staff is women. Apparently, he was cracking all of them. So at the end of the day, it's like, yo, are you working out, or are you a ladies' man? But, his personal business should be his personal business. I think it has nothing to do with sports. But now, because this woman comes up with a lie, because she's trying to get a payday, it has something to do with sports now. Because any team that puts him on their roster, it's a negative look for them. But hopefully it doesn't work out in that way for him. Hopefully he bounced back. I think you can get a good PR team behind this and change your image, rebrand yourself, finish your next 4 to 6 years in the NFL, and right off in the sunset, man. I always want to see a comeback story, an underdog story. And I hope you guys too. I hope you guys do too, because this is what this brand is about. Score Society is about the underdog story. We want to talk the underdog story. And of course, we love sports. We want to talk basketball. So make sure y'all tap in. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share. Make sure y'all follow us on all platforms, Score Society. And I'm showing love, man. You in the comments, I'm showing love. I'm talking to you. We real people. So I appreciate all the love. And so next time, let's continue to think elite and together. Welcome to Score Society.